I got just 2 more bags. Dua. Isa. So we had that topsoil trucked in here, and it's like a drop off grade. It goes down maybe like 4 feet lower, 4 or 5 feet drop from the bottom to the top right there. And that's where we had backfilled back before we built this house and all too. So Mel's had a big like compost pile, always letting stuff decay right here. And a lot of times vegetables will grow here if it's raining because the seeds and all. In fact, she's got a pepper growing there. We're going to try to protect it right now because we're using those chilies. But we want to cover over this compost and all. It's kind of grown from being a small little pile to a big creature. And it's right where people walk out and everything. It's just horrendous. I told her it's just overboard. Getting a little chance to do a little 4x4 with the Nissan across the beach. So we're backfilling here, and we're making like little seating areas, like little mini bacubos, not for rent or not like that, just people chill out, guests and all, even ourselves. And in between them, I'm not putting sand in between them, I'm putting topsoil because we're gonna grow plants in there and all, just very beautiful greenery, and the sand just won't hold any moisture. It just dries out, doesn't have that much nutrients and all. Of course there is things that will survive in the sand, but we want topsoil in these areas, and we use some of it, like say filling in over that compost pile. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Well, the guys have been doing just multitasking today. They've been moving soil, backfilling places, moving stone, preparing for the pond project and all. That's going to be a really interesting project. Chatting with the guy up in Iloilo that handles the pond liner and everything. Earlier, I'm supposed to meet with him sometime during this week and probably go ahead and buy the pond liner and get it brought here. We got to do a little bit more digging and shaping and all. And so right now, they have been moving and preparing so we can dig out more and shape up and build up where that pond's going to go. Joelle's doing a little vacuum cleaner cleaning. Boy, that's a good deal. I needed that. That is a good deal. Inside the cabin in here, he's been working on this floor. Let me tell you what I did on this floor. I got sand down. It's a light color sand at my brother-in-law Richard and sister-in-law Melinda's sister Bebe, Marilyn, down at their beach down in Negros. They're behind their house. I gathered up some of their sand. Now it's a little damp right now. When it dries, it's even lighter color than this. And I brought it with me from there. And what we did is I had Joelle to vacuum out all the sawdust and dirt and crud in here on the floor. And then I got down there and started it myself, putting sand down in these big cracks so I can demonstrate to Joelle how I wanted it. And we filled that crack with that sand. All of them, see? All of them we filled with that sand. And then we took this, what they call penetrating sealer right here. I mean, it will penetrate, man. It'll soak on into the wood. You'll just see it disappear. So, and that's good. That means it's getting on down in there in deep. So we put that penetrating sealer first. And I tell him just be very, gentle pouring it on, and also it'll soak and make all that sand stick together. And we saturated it with that. And then I had him to come back over it with this right here. It's called Top Coat Clear. And it's a little bit thicker product, where that's more watery. This is a little bit thicker product. And we came back over and sealed it over with that. And now I've had him to come back and put a second coat over the top of that. And we'll continue on with another coat as well. We're going to build this stuff up really thick and seal this floor. But does that just look amazing or what? You all tell me what you think and what you thought of my idea of that. And I think it's pretty dang awesome. I think it looks good. I mean, you just look at the difference. That is pretty awesome. And we'll be doing something similar in here. Pretty much the same thing, really, over this whole floor. I wanted this little restroom done first because we're going to be doing tile work in here. And we're going to cover the floor up naturally while we're working so we don't mess it up. But if anything got like mortars or any kind of stuff, I didn't want it to stain the wood or mess up the wood or anything before we were putting a finish on like this. So now let's talk about this biker board. This is that hardy board. Now listen, there's a viewer made a very dang good comment, and I'm going to follow up on it because he is telling the truth. Get out of that fan there so don't blow on the microphone. That hardy board right there, a viewer, I think he's down in New Zealand, he made a wonderful comment. I like criticism sometimes. I know y'all think I don't, but you're wrong. I do. If the criticism has merit. If it don't have merit, just me. Love me or hate me. So here's the thing. That hardy board. That stuff here, they'll sell it and use it in ceilings and stuff here in the Philippines, And it's thin. My house in Texas is covered with that hardy plank siding, and you know, they make claims how moisture resistant and this and that it is. It's not moisture resistant. In fact, you want to keep that crap up off the ground, and anywhere down near on your siding, if there's any kind of splashing like rainfall, does not much better than the masonite. Say like you got a patio or something and the rain hits and it splats back up and saturates that siding. Maybe you didn't get it painted good underneath the bottom edge or something. It'll just soak up and then it gets brittle and it crumbles. So then why am I using it back here, right? Why am I using it in the bathroom shower? Lack of available materials is the main thing. I mean, honestly, it's like we don't have the same level of products right here in the Philippines as we do back in the US. Now they make a cement backer board that's like a fiberglass mesh with this really grainy cementous mixture that it's really heavy. It's about a 1/2 inch thick, or maybe 5/8, and it'll crack and crumble, but it's got that fiberglass mesh in it that holds it all together, and it's made extremely porous, so it'll really bond tile to it. If I could have bought that here, I would have used it. What would have been my other alternative for a backer? Well, there's plywood, or I could take furring strips and put a whole bunch of strips, do an old school plaster job where you take a whole bunch of small strips of wood and you leave them spaced, maybe 1/8 or 1/4 inch gaps between them, and then you come and like render the wall over and it all meshes in between it. Old school back in the day plaster work. And before they used, you know, gypsum board and all, that's the way they did it. And I could have done that, got a good seal over, and then put another layer over, you know, leave it really rough, and then come back over with a layer of tile adhesive and lay the tile. That would have been another option for what's available here. Couldn't put plastic, anything like they sell some poly sheets and corrugated polys and different types up there. I went and looked at it all, but tile adhesive's not going to bond to it. I guess you could have got a whole bunch of construction adhesive and, you know, put them all on there and bonded them with something like that with construction adhesive. So here's what my conclusion is. This is still better than having wood back there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the level and we're going to draw a whole bunch of lines, make a grid line just so they have a neat pattern. They're going to go through there with this little spade like tile and glass bit, and they're going to drill a whole bunch of holes in that. Okay, those holes are going to be maybe like 10 millimeters, and then we're going to take tile adhesive. It has like acrylics in it, it has flexibility properties and all. If you get a good brand like Weber heavy duty, ABC heavy duty here in the Philippines is pretty good. I had a viewer the other day say, you know, use ABC. He's right. ABC is pretty damn good. It's better than most, but I find the Weber heavy duty to be even superior to the ABC heavy duty. But the ABC heavy duty is a good product too, without a doubt. But I will say the Weber is even more superior, and my guys agree. Maybe they don't have that available in their area, so that is the second best choice, is going to be the ABC. And all the rest of them, we've tried them in my old videos. We did a comparison between them, all of that. So that's why I know where you're from, that you got way better products probably. Okay, if you're from something like Australia, New Zealand, United States, Europe and all, but we're limited on products for putting in a shower and tile and a wood structure here in the Philippines. So we're just going to create our own kind of backer board, and that's just my starter and behind to start working on. and move forward. But I'd rather have that than wood in behind it. So I hope that helps some people out. Tell me what you think about it, comment, and tell me what you think about that floor and those joints. Man, that looks really good in there, Joel. You did it just the way I want it. Perfect, man. You did a good job. I like it. Well, we got the mirror up in this CR, this guest room here today. I was glad to finally locate a mirror that we like, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful right there. So we got that up, and that puts this CR here fully going. Sorry for the echo in the CR here, but in each one of them, in all the rooms, we put these shampoo and body wash little pumps right here in. I'm supposed to have some labels with it. I need to find out where those are and label what those are so people know what they're pumping out. I do have a label maker though, that if I can't use that little spot that was made, I can just put it even right here or right over the name of that LaFonza right there. And I have some that are plastic I can print out and put on there what it is. Very happy getting this done though, and just pretty much ready to bring this room online. In fact, this room is already booked and it has some guests coming in just a couple days from now. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. It'll get its first guest for the first time. I've been running the air conditioning here all day, just running everything. I had the TV on for most of the day as well, just to make sure everything's all functioning properly and no kind of issues anywhere. And over here in this room today, I just love these rooms. Over in this room today, we added, we added a towel rack here. We had missed that in the past, so I've got to pick up one for that other room and probably put it in there tomorrow. We got the soap dispensers up there. We got a hand towel rack up right here, toothbrush holder, little soap dish, whatever. Maybe you want to take your rings off and lay them right there. That's probably a better thing. So we got that all up. So that's another plus.